Hello YouTube, and welcome back to another wonderful episode of Timberborn Z, where we're gonna undo everything that I did in the last episode. All this, it's gotta go away. You're just gonna tear it all out. It's gone. Rip it to shreds. We're just gonna. I'm kidding. We're gonna move this again, which is fine. That shouldn't take too long. With the advent of those wonderful tunnels. The greatest of tunnels. That should make things a little bit easier. This is going in beautifully. All of this is ready for us to go boom here in a second. We've got that last stair to tear out, and then we'll have so much dirt to lay in, and then we'll have so much land for all of the canola, and it'll be amazing. And then all of this will actually be running at peak efficiency, theoretically. Then we'll have plenty of canola oil to run all of the things, which is kind of what is the limb fact for all of our iron bots. That aside, I do want to expand our iron bot production, so we might actually get in here and expand this a tad bit some way, somehow. I haven't decided yet how that's all going to work out. We might actually have to, instead of tearing this all out and adding an additional line, we'll probably get in here, build on this side, connect in on this and on this end, and then that will be where we'll put our beautiful bot factories in here. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I think that's what we're going to end up doing in the end, but for now, this is totally acceptable. That's about to be ready to go in, and then all that's left is to fill the rest of this in, tear this out, put in more dirt back in here, and we can get canola oil or canola seeds running a bit more efficiently. At least that's the plan. On top of that, we've got all of this in now officially, so we can actually start working on putting our dome on top of this, and I'm not entirely sure how I want to tackle that. So at first thought, I wanted to put it on the outer edge, probably put in just a series of, well, this is kind of diamond-like, right? Maybe. Is that right? Yeah, it's more of a diamond than a circle, because we did have to come in the little bit right there, right? So it's, yeah, this is fine. So what we'll probably end up doing is put in a series of platforms on the outer edge, and then have platforms connecting them to try to save a little bit of material. Maybe not. I don't know. Actually, you know what? I think I have a pretty cool idea, and I like it already. So let's go ahead and try to... Oh, I just now realized that that popped up. Cool. So here's what I'm thinking off the top of my head. So this is what it's going to look like. So we're going to come down in here. We're going to do something along these lines. And this will go up to... We'll call it... So that's 5, right? So does that put us in the middle? It does not. Wrong button. That's the right one. And that was a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a 4 here. Yeah, that's mildly annoying. But that should be okay. That will look the same on this side as well, honestly. Which is kind of obnoxious, but it's okay. We will survive. I kind of want to do something along the lines like this over here. And that means that we come up like this to here. And then You know what? Maybe. No, that doesn't look right. That doesn't look good. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Okay, how about... I can't really put... I want one that's like a metal platform with the... That's obnoxious. That's fine. Is that fine? Do I like that? I don't know if I like that. Let's do something like this. Is that obnoxious, ridiculous, obnoxious? Potentially. But I like it. Kind of. Do that in there, and then we'll do that all the way around. And that's too high, isn't it? Yeah, that's too high. Get rid of that one. And we'll do this. So I'm going to do this in the background, and we'll catch you guys on the backside of me trying to figure out how to do all of these fun things. So I'll be back. All right. I think that's about what I want to do. Maybe, hopefully. So, the question is, how do we go about putting in all of the platforms on top to connect all of those lines, right? So my idea is I'm going to pause it before they build too much of this stuff because they're already up here with all of the material. So I'm thinking what we're going to do is connect all of this up in here. So what I might end up doing, well, I'm going to fill all of these in with dirt. But I also want to, what we can do is place in some of these double platforms along this line right here, right? So if we do this along here, we can, in theory, just grab our beautiful overhangs and connect all of that up relatively quickly. But I want to kind of test it out before I let them come in and do all the building. That's the right height, yes. Okay, so I want that the right, that is. So we want something like that along there, and then along there, along there, then along here. Probably just fill in all of these spots. And then probably don't need some of these platforms that I have in here. Maybe, hopefully, most likely not. Realize that I just destroyed a kind of necessary one. Well, that's going to be obnoxious. Well, theoretically, that should be fine. Because now we can build out one, right? That should work. And then we want to do the same there. Do the same here. And do the same here. We can get rid of all of... Ah! Not that button. Get rid of these unnecessary ones. So like that. And we can just go ahead and toss that one in right there. Realizing that this one is in the way. No. There we go. Let's take a look. And then we want to do the same right here. Cover that up. And then we want to cover this one here. And then grab this bad Johnny right here. Tear that out. Come over here. Look to see that I'm not missing anything. Should be fine. And that puts us a nice cap on top of that. And then we can come in a little bit more and do about the same thing. And we put a bunch of dirt on top of that, and then we've got a nice little dome. But I also want to put a housing area in here too, right? So we need a platform for all the housing to reside on. And we need a bunch of... we need a lot of our entertainment / decorations in there as well. So we have to keep that in mind while we're incorporating all of that. So what this is probably going to end up looking like is dirt out to here and then up and then peaking around here-ish. And then that should be pretty cool. All right. I'm happy with how that looks for now. I'm going to have to give them a way up into that so that they can do all of the things. And I'm also realizing that they don't really have an easy access to all of this with the tubeways, but that's fine. We can go ahead and rip this out because that's unnecessary. The same with that one there. Not destroying necessary things. That should be Gucci. Don't need that one there, but we need this one here. We can go ahead and get rid of this real quick. All right. So we're going to let them work on that for a little bit. That'll take a little bit of time. Like I said, do need to give them access to get up and build all of that, which I don't know how I'm going to do that. And honestly, we probably could do, instead of the double platforms in here, we could do nice and clean things. Maybe that's a smart idea. Or it's too much work and I don't want to do it. And I don't know. I think that adds to the aesthetic or not. I don't know. I think maybe Yeah, let's do it with the other stuff. So instead of the... Ah! No, 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 no. I don't want to destroy half the world in doing this. Okay, game. Okay, so I'm going to clear this up. We're going to do another speed montage, Dealy Bob, and we'll catch you guys on the flip side.
To be.
All right. It's not exactly the best. We might actually have to still do this here. Maybe a little bit. I haven't decided yet. I have a feeling that the answer is yes, that's going to have to work like that. Because there's not much that I can do about all of this, considering I'm limited. Severely limited in that regard. And unless we do something along this line at each and every one of these, which I'm not necessarily opposed to doing. And then we kind of match the aesthetics of those individual lines down here. But it still puts us in an awkward position with that right there, right? So this one's just in an odd position. It's going to be the same thing down here. And this puts us all in an awkward position. So maybe I'll revert all of that back to what it was. I don't know. So it looks like that with that. So maybe that is the answer. And then... yeah, I think I like that idea. So we're going to put that back to the way it was. It's going to be a bunch of doubles back up to the top. With how it was already situated. That's one too high. So let's go ahead and fix that real quick. Hopefully that doesn't take too long. I don't know how I made that work over here, but I couldn't get it to work everywhere else. But it's fine, okay? It's just the joys of trying to fight symmetry in a game where I'm very bad at making things symmetrical, okay? I've never been good at that in whatever game it is that I'm playing. Make it Minecraft or playing Timberborn. Symmetry has been the bane of my existence in every way possible. But we're trying to fight that bit by bit. And we're trying to make it work. And I would say that that in and of itself is a win. Alright. Okay. So, boo on anyone who says I can't do symmetry. While they may be correct that they are the technical correct, which is the most right of the corrects out there, it doesn't mean you need to be mean to me about it. Why? Ah, that's why. That goes there. This goes like that, like that. Then this goes like this and like this. You go here, 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 here. You there, and boom. It looks a little nicer. It's not the prettiest, but again, that's I've never claimed to be the best builder when it comes to any of this, so it looks good-ish. It looks good enough, all right? Something good enough. Something dark side. Something. You're just gonna have to remember, you can't always get what you want. You can try sometimes, get what you need, and what you need in this instance is somebody who's a better aesthetic builder than I am. I made myself sad. Anyway. Cool, that's all in, that's good. Filling in those gaps, that's not a gap that I wanted to fill in right there. This gap, however, is what I wanted to fill in right there, and boom. Now, I am going to have to figure out a way to get this filled in, which is going to take a little bit more brain power than I am functionally capable of doing at this very moment. But that is something for them to work on right there. And now we can come over here and check on how this is all coming along and see that it is in a good spot. We can pause the game since I've put in 40 kajillion things for them to do over there, which is going to severely hamper my computer's ability to do computer things, which is totally fine. I believe I could take that out, honestly, and we could probably even hit this button and realize that this is probably a terrible mistake to do so, but I shouldn't have any issues with this. And they should be able to reach that one dynamite that's sitting right there that needs their assistance here shortly. Yo, let's get a little explosion in. Listen to my computer spin up like it's trying to go to Mars. And bada bing, bada boom. I only somehow missed 2. So I will take that as a win, okay? Only missing 2 out of all that, absolute win. So that is in. Now we can go ahead and tack in the rest of that right there, and then probably tear this out and go ahead and put in some more dirt right there. I'm so excited that they added the little counter dealy bob to all of that for us, which is so nice. Tear that out, put this path in right there. We can go ahead and actually tear out some of this unnecessary pathing. And rip all that out, Give this a priority bump over everything else. Wonder why this hasn't been accomplished yet. It's... I should be able to reach all that. Probably because I have had the game paused for the past 20 minutes while I've been trying to do this over here. Which is acceptable and understandable. That's so fun. What's the propaganda? Propaganda of the day is very propaganda-like. Yes. So, let's see. Gonna work. Gonna hammer. Gonna tear down trees. Gonna build giant thing. Work all day. And into the night. Yeah. Tear down more trees. What are we building? Okay, housing. There we go. Cool. Build more housing. And then more trees. Oh, no, those are berry bushes. Yeah. Berry bushes. And then it resets, I believe. Yeah. That's fun. Should have gotten the stairs in, which they haven't quite yet gotten that done. But that is fine. If I was at 3 times speed, things would move a little bit faster. But, you know, that requires me to think and do rational things. And, well, there we go. That's in. That's reconnected. So they should be able to finish that last portion right here. I'm looking at planks and logs and metal blocks, which are still in a good spot, so we should be good there. Now, how is this all coming along? They've got this backside working. So that is all going in. We're going to have to give them a weight up, which is fine. I just don't know where I want to tackle that. We'll let them continue to work that. I still need to do something with this water too. There's a lot of water down here that I'm not really taking advantage of. I don't know what to do with it though. That's the problem. What does... This isn't enough to do anything with, and it only happens like once in a millennia, because this only happens if we exceeded 6 days worth of a temperate cycle. And the likelihood of that, I can't really control that, right? It's so funny that it does that. Anyway, cool. Yeah. So, let us see here. We can actually start grabbing all of this and filling even more of this stuff in, giving us a little bit more real estate to work with. At least that's the plan. That'll give us a lot of juicy work area to do some more farming. Okay, pause the game so that I can do the things, please. Thank you. That is fine. Actually, chuck this in right there. We'll pull that over to that point. That should still be under. And then we'll blast this portion out back in here, which means we've got a nice little barbell. And then on the back side over here, toss in. Let's go like this. And that should be 2 farmhouses worth of real estate. 1 and 2. Even connect that right there. That is connected now, so that is good to see. And then that should get accomplished. I do want to give this a priority bump though, because of reasons. Because aesthetically pleasing and entertaining things are entertaining, but providing enough canola seeds is an absolute requirement when we are severely lacking in that regard. So we want to take care of that as soon as possible. And the better that is done, the sooner that is done, the better. And that is all in, waiting on a few more pieces of explosive to go in. They have one last piece of explosive to put in. I do need to give that a priority bump, otherwise it's not going to get it done. Because all of this is getting put in, which is fine. Still need to figure out how I want to put the overhangs and all that other stuff on the inside of this, right? That is going to be a problem for me. And I still need to move this over. So let's go ahead and we'll take a look at that. So that path is there. And I kind of want that to be... Do we want it symmetrical, though? I think the answer is yes. Do we put in 4? Is 4 excessive? I think 4 might be a tad bit excessive. But not too excessive? I don't know. I also need to make sure that I would not be causing any more leakages. I shouldn't be causing any more leakages. No, it'd be pretty hard for me to do that. Except for on the good water side, there's a potential for leakages issues. But we should be able to avoid that. Theoretically. At least that's what I'm hoping is correct. Yeah. So let's go up to... Okay. Okay, let's go drop that down one more. Where was that pipe at? Pipe is right there, which is underneath that. Let's go ahead and... Well, that turns and twists and... turns anyway. And it's already exposed on this side, so there's really... I don't know. I do not how I want to tackle this. Okay, let's just tackle it. Instead of trying to overthink things, just tackle it. Well, that's not how we want to tackle that, honestly, because I need to be able to... Okay, well, let's not tackle things like a dork. Let's tackle things smartly, which means doing something like this, and like this, and then like this, and like this. Giving that a priority. Which means they'll come over, they'll blast that down, and then we can work our way through with some of our tunneling stuffs. Nothing to do within range, because I didn't tell you to do anything. I do want to blast this out, though. So, oh no. Okay, it's fine. Nobody got hurt in that explosion, okay? Everything is okay. Okay, everybody's fine. Nothing to be concerned about, alright? Nothing to be concerned about at all. Just, we're gonna plant a lot of canola seeds, okay? That's all that matters. All that matters. Can you guys not even reach that far? No, we cannot even reach that far. Boo on you. That path out there. And then, where can you reach? You can't reach anything because you don't have a path. You guys, I want harvesting prioritized. Okay, let's get them rescued. Give this a priority bump, because I need that a priority. And then on this side, we're going to do the same thing. Just along this, like that. And that should provide... Oh, we could probably even pull that over just a tad bit more. That is going to be a little close to that other side. So let's do it from here. Over. Then like that. There we go. Give this a priority and let them work on that. They are already in there. Let's see here. What's your range? You guys can't reach that at all, can you? Okay, well, that is obnoxious, annoying, and frustrating in so many levels. It's fine though. I have a way to fix that. By being absolutely ridiculous, okay? Can't reach it? Then build a way for you guys to reach it. There. We'll pull that down to 1 beaver. His only job is to, well, yeah, whatever. That's fine. Let them work on that. Let them do those things. That'll take its time. They're already planting all of the stuff for us. We do have 2 bots with nothing to do with their hands, but that's totally acceptable. It's still, it cracks me up that we've got the overhang now. That makes me so happy. It's just, it's a tad bit ridiculous, but it's my kind of ridiculous. Like, why not? Why not let the dirt overhang like this? Why not do ridiculous things like that? Now, is this still ridiculous and unnecessary here? Probably. Am I going to let it stay there? Absolutely. Because I can. And because I want to. So, I want you... And you guys reach there. You can. I would like probably something along this line here. And then right here. No. No, no, no. Come on. There we go. Boosh, boosh. Grab this. About that unnecessary path that I made. Go ahead and pull this over. Put in our food farmhouse right there and flip that to go in right there. Doesn't cover down nearly as much as I would like it to, so what do we need to do to reach that side? Do something like that. So that means get rid of that. Put this in right there. Put that in right there. Grab our food farmhouse. Boosh. This. Just to give us a little bit more workspace. You don't need to be facing that direction. Theoretically, you do not. Go. Check that path out. And all of this a priority. And all of this, why not? We'll get this going. I should be able to reach all of that. I think. Hopefully. Going to connect all that up. I don't think that makes any of their lives any easier, so let's connect this right here. Connect that there. Pause the game. Then demolish that path. And then need to demolish this path over here. But alas, can't really do that yet because they're still running dirt. It's totally fine, totally acceptable. We'll let them continue to work all of those things. They are already placing all of that for us. Dirt's going in nicely, so that is brilliant. We've got a little bit of room on this backside to toss in some more canola. Let's go ahead and do that. Looks a little something like that. And then like that. And like that and like that. And they should be able to reach all that. And that's the extent of the green area that we can work with for now. And then this will take its time. And that will cover down that very end down there. And then these guys, all 6 of these positions, will be able to cover down all of this additional material here. So, theoretically, we should be fine on all of the canola oil for a hot minute. Hopefully. Do need to connect that. Actually, it's better to connect it right there. Connect this right here. Go ahead and grab this. Pause the game because excessive. And then tear that out, tear that out. Try to make a cleaner path back into here. And they should be able to reach this still too far from district, probably because that path piece is not finished. But once that is in, they should be able to finish all of that. Cool. Somebody should have popped in Searson in here doing a wonderful Searson things. I gotta love to see it. Probably should give them access to a water tank to feed both sides. That seems central-ish enough. Give that an obtain button. Give that a priority bump so that gets accomplished as soon as practicable. Those two aren't yelling at me because they have something to do, and I don't know why you two aren't yelling at me yet, but that's totally fine. Searson is trying to put water into the thing. And Jade and Catspert VT is just being a little hard butts over here. Prioritized by water. Give me that delicious, delicious water. Go ahead and fill in this little gap here, apparently, that I missed. Water's already in. We're at 17,000 units of water. That's actually pretty Gucci. That will take a minute to fill in, but that is fine. We can, here shortly, probably tear these guys out because they are unnecessary. And I think what we can do... What are we short on? We are short on canola seed, canola oil, and algae. Well, then that just means we make more canola seed. Just like that. Apparently that didn't go out nearly as far as I had hoped it would, irrigation-wise, but it will do the job. And that is all that matters. We can cover that up. And apparently we need to select you. And that should cover down all of the spots appropriately, and we should be Gucci. Look, now we've got canola. We've got so much canola to play with. It'll take another 10 days for all that to process, but that is totally fine. Sweet, this is in, so hopefully nothing happens when I do this. Hopefully nothing happens when I do this. Okay, nothing happened. Good. Let's pull this down. So I need to put that right there, and then that right there, and then somehow finagle my way through that and over that. Is that right? No, that's not right. Yes, that is right. So hold up. Let's go ahead and take that out. We don't need that. Go up one more. We want that line right there. Means I need... Is that right? No, that's not what I want. The power line's in the way. That is not what I want. Power line, you're in my way. So we go further down? Does that put us in a bad position? Let's go line's in the way. Can I get underneath that power line? I don't think I can. Is it? No, it's not possible. I could. I can get out and around there. Yeah, maybe. Right? Is that... Hold up. Yes, I should be able to do that. Okay. So let's go in from here. And we will blast out here. And that should... So I need... if only I could... there's not a way to very easily discern where you're at. Okay. Is there... No. Maybe that's too far. I don't know. Okay, we'll let them come over. We'll prioritize this. It's probably going to be a waste of material to put something in like that, or into there. That should be fine. As long as... Well, let's see. Let's go ahead and toss in a double there. Right? That should not cause an issue. No. So that's the right height. That's what we needed to do. And then put in this bad Johnny right here. And that should do it. And then I would like to see something like this go in right there, and then that'll take some time for them to finagle their way around. And then on top of that, we can go ahead and toss this in right here. It doesn't want me to do that because we're at the bottom. Give me a priority on this, please. They are already almost done with all of the scaffolding, if you will, for the next system. I think. Maybe. Explosives are in. Okay, I didn't cause a mess. That is good. Does that mean you guys can reach all this? No, you can't. So if I'm doing this via tubeway, you guys have to have me making all of the adjustments for you. Copy. Okay, that's connected. Then, what did I need to do down here? Needed to do the same deal. Right there. You should come over, build that for us without any issue. Toss that in. And theoretically... I put in the tubeway station on top of this guy right here and tell them to get this done. I should be able to build from both sides to help expedite this whole ordeal. Whether or not that actually occurs, I don't know. I'm just trying to avoid having a severe flooding incident like we had last time. Personally, I'm not a fan of having a giant flooding incident. Okay? Thank you. I would like that. Okay, that's already in. That's good. Now, they should have... Why haven't they built that one? Is it because they didn't build that. There we go. Now that should be within, yeah, they're already working the tunnel. Right? Yeah. Okay. Sweet, that's in. Boosh. You gotta love it. You love it. Look, there goes another explosion. There goes another explosion. That's connected there. That's all connected. That's brilliant. This is slowly working its way. And we need to connect all of this. Is this excessive? Yes. Yes, it is. Is it unnecessary? Absolutely unnecessary. Have I done it because it makes me feel good about unnecessary symmetry? Yes. Is there anybody to blame for this? Me. I accept full responsibility for all of the shenaniganry that is occurring in this situation right here. We are quite literally watching beavers create tunnels just to make things look a little more symmetrical, okay? And, yeah. There's nothing I could... there's nothing I could say about that. It's just what we've done. Just so I can put that one wind tunnel in right there. Just to clean that little thing up right there. Was it unnecessary? I would say not. Because it makes me feel better now. And that's all that matters in the end. Allegedly. At least that's what I'm going to tell myself to make it easier for me to sleep at night. And on top of that, I made a beautiful place up here for all of my beavers to make you more canola oil. And I'm going to clean this up. And then go ahead and clean up some more of this. I don't know why they're actually... They're being very proactive with cleanups. Which I'm okay with, personally. So I will call that the win there that it is. And that can go in there, that can go in there, and you can be additional canola. Bada bing, bada boom, bada me. Now, is that way too much canola seed? Maybe. I might have to actually get some more farmhouses up here, but that's okay. That is something that I'm willing to accept. Alright. And it makes me happy. This makes me happy. This makes me happy. This up here absolutely makes me happy. Then once we get this done, and our housing in here, and all the fun things in here, then we can start focusing on the Mega Mountain. Which I don't know why I haven't paused these guys yet. They're absolutely useless to me right now. They are quite literally just burning science to burn science. And there's no need for that now. But yes. Next time we'll get in here. We'll fill out the rest of this whole situation. Provide them ample places to gain access to all of the things. And that will, in turn, allow us to maneuver all of our beavers out of their current domiciles over here, overlooking all of the rest of Beaverton. Or Shadowville, sorry. And we'll put them into a mountain. And they'll live happily ever after in a giant mountain complex. It'll be like Cheyenne Mountain, but it'll be kind of more like, well, Whole Cake Mountain. Because Whole Cake Mountain, in no Stargate references here, guys. Okay? No Stargate references. It's fine. Everything's okay. But I digress. See, I only digressed twice today. All right? That's not too bad. I'll take that for the win that it is. But I hope you guys liked this episode. If you did, please hit that like button. If you haven't already hit that subscribe button, I would appreciate that as well. And if you guys are enjoying it, maybe share with a friend. I'm Ron Burgundy. I think that's how that works. That's what all of the other YouTubers say anyway. And I can't claim to be one of those yet. All that to say, though, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. I will catch you all in the next episode of Timberborn Z. Make sure you guys keep yourself nice and thirsty, nice and hydrated. Keep the beavers nice and thirsty and hydrated as well. Make sure that they can enjoy their lovely, lovely wind tunnels. That's the word I'm looking for. But I'm out. You have a wonderful time. See ya!